I'm Cameron James, and this is Alexei Toliopoulos. If you're watching this, we're deep in the tangled web of Kanye Quest 3030. We've so far met Valerie, an experimental musician who claimed to be behind ascensionism, but some things didn't add up. With the help of a fellow internet sleuth, we found an Australian business number for Ascend Records, registered to NS Lyons and A.T. Orlowski. Was this Nick Lyons the one they called Phoenix? And who was A.T. Orlowski? And why would you register a cult as an Aussie business? Struth! This is Finding Yeezus. Alright, check this out. This is the ascensionism symbol.
It's fucking everywhere.
It's everywhere.
I keep seeing it everywhere. It creeps me out every time I see it.
Yep.
It's kind of subliminal throughout the game as well. Mm-hmm. It's definitely in that game trailer that we've come across. The pyramid within the eye is almost like this reverse Illuminati kind of imagery. Where did you find that exact one?
This one I found on 4chan.
Oh, God.
Which is a wonderful website.
It's not wonderful.
Everyone should check out.
It's one of the scarier places to go online.
Children of all ages, check out 4chan.
We're shooting in the actual office they filmed in the freaking Matrix in.
I'll find you, Mr. Toliopoulos. It's not really the office from the Matrix. It's just some random office that we're filming in, and we told Alexei that it was. So now we're going along with that.
He's really excited. After doing some digging for A.T. Orlowski, we found an email address. And surprisingly, we got a response. We'll get you to just say your name for the camera, if that's all right.
Yeah, so I'm Adam Modowski.
Is your middle initial T?
Yes.
Excellent.
Wow.
What does the T stand for?
Tadeusz.
Oh, wow. What's that? What's the nationality?
Polish.
Polish.
Oh, nice.
I actually had Polish for dinner last night.
What'd you have?
I had a pork knuckle.
That's nice.
It was delicious. And a Kransky, but I didn't finish either of them. It was a really big meal.
Well, I guess, first of all, were you involved in the creation of Kanye Quest 3030?
Not at all.
Not at all?
No.
So what's your relationship with Nick Lyons?
Everything that was based through Ascensionism Records, or Ascend Records, as it later was known.
Ascend Records. Okay, all right.
So what is Ascend Records?
It's a record label.
And what kind of stuff do you produce?
The main aim was always to have freedom and creativity through the artistry. So not placing limits and not having an artistic vision that was suffocated by a label approach. It was always to support that creativity.
Can you tell us about Nick Lyons? Can you describe them?
What would you want to know?
Who are they as a person? Like, what do they look like, and what are their interests?
The only thing I can really say about Nick Lyons is you wouldn't really be able to spot him in the crowd.
Are you still friends?
I like to think so.
But you're not in touch much anymore, or?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
No.
When was the last time you spoke?
A couple of years ago now.
Mm-hmm. Was there a reason for the break of communication?
I think it was just we were both set on different paths to what we wanted.
Are you saying that you had nothing to do with the creation of the game, but you were aware of it and possibly...
There is a connection between Ascension Records, and the game?
Well, I think everyone else is well aware of the connections between them.
But could you explain to us and to our viewers what that connection would be?
I can't.
You can't?
No.
What do you mean?
That's where the NDA comes in.
There's an NDA?
Yes.
What is an NDA?
So an NDA is just a fancy term for a confidentiality agreement.
All right, cool.
Who made you sign the NDA?
Part of joining Ascend Records or Ascensionism Records was that there was an NDA in place. Just a standard NDA, nothing out of the ordinary, but it's an NDA that covers a fair bit.
Do you think it's a coincidence or deliberate that the name of the label is the same as the name of the cult from Kanye Quest?
Again, that's where the NDA comes in.
Hypothetically, if we were trying to interview somebody about a video game or a cult
that they might be involved in and they might have signed an NDA around.
Hypothetically.
It's a pretty specific hypothetical.
What are the ramifications if we were to pressure someone to break an NDA?
So they could take you to court and they could get an injunction. And if you breach the order, then that's a take your toothbrush moment. That's a contempt of court. The court can send you to jail.
Whoa. And they don't have toothbrushes there.
Can I ask, who do you think created Kanye Quest?
Gonna have to say NDA.
Does that mean you know?
Yeah, that's the NDA. So I'm really limited in what I can say on that front.
Are you an ascensionist?
I can't answer that.
Are you a cultist?
Can't answer that.
What's your favorite color?
I can't answer that.
Damn it! Damn it!
To be able to talk about something, you need to be released from it, or?
Yeah, that's how contracts work.
Would you be willing to break the NDA?
If we covered your legal fees.
If two poor comedians could cover your legal fees, is that possible?
I'd probably just become a poor comedian. Sounds like a good living.
It's just kind of dawning on me that I've broken an NDA in the past. Yes. I auditioned for the Australian. They're making a Australia. And
It's better than the American one.
Well, I hope so
Yeah,
too.
me too, because I love Australian content.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be.
The English one, I'll pay it every day.
Yeah.
The American one, don't do that.
You know what? I actually think we've hit a really big roadblock here. I think this NDA thing has fucked us.
To me, this roadblock is an opportunity. I see it as means we're on the right path. We're hitting those stops along the way.
Yeah, we're on the right path and the path has a roadblock on it.
Well, isn't I dealing with you in this mood right now?
I'm not in a mood.
You're just pissed off.
I'm not even pissed off.
You're
I'm
cranky
fine.
right now.
I'm not cranky.
Then stop doing, I'm not cranky like that.
I'm not doing
At a roadblock and with no cooperation from Adam, we decided to find another path on our journey to Nick.
Okay, so I have been Googling Nick Lyons, South Australia musician, and nothing comes up really. There's not much.
Not much.
But I did find this one band called Sting in Dune.
Sting in Dune. That's a great band name.
Pretty good band name. This is them here. They appeared on a compilation CD, and look at who was on it.
Nick Lyons.
Nick Lyons.
Nick Lyons on CD.
On CD.
Physical.
So I reached out to these guys and I've been chatting to them about whether or not they remember Nick.
I remember he was a really nice guy, kind of quiet. Also think he composed some really impressive pieces.
Last time I saw him, he was at a Godspeed You Black Emperor show some years back. Since then, I haven't heard anything from him at all.
I was in a group project with him, but at the end of the semester, he kind of disappeared.
I found a copy of the CD in my car. I sent it to you earlier today. I found the case and everything.
Look, I've just arrived in the mail today, courtesy of Australia Post.
Wow, thank you to the posties around Australia. So that's the actual compilation.
This is the compilation CD. This features Nick Lyons on it, and we are going to listen to Nick Lyons for the very first time right now.
Crack it open, brother.
Here we go, reveal moment.
This is our first physical artifact on this whole investigation.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can see whose name is listed there alongside the other bands.
Sting in Dune.
And Nick Lyons.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Chuck it in.
I don't have a disk drive on my computer. Do you have
I don't have one either.
What about this one?
No, this is mainly a prop computer.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be heavy at
Me
us
too.
straight away.
I expected like pretty heavy prog rock or something.
Experimental, kind of gothic was what I expected.
Yeah.
Darkness, but this is like sweet, melancholy almost.
Wow, this is basically classical music. Wow. If you compare this to Ballaratnik's music,
I mean,
totally different
I
worlds.
probably would be in a different state of being right now in this car.
I still think that maybe this is the closest anyone's ever gotten to
Yeah.
Nick Lyons.
Do you think they even printed this out themselves?
I mean, that
And
could
we're
be
touching like,
that could be from their bubble jet printer, for all we know.
wow.
This confirms our theory that Adelaide Nick and Ballarat Nick are two different people. But which one is the real Phoenix? And which one was just pretending to be? If only we could talk to one of them.
All right, so I sent a message out to Nick Lyons. I'm in Darwin. As you can see, beautiful Darwin. About just getting in contact and seeing if he wanted to catch up about it. Bro, and now he said, I'm down for whatever you want to do whenever you name Banana Man and I'm there. All right. Well, looks like we're talking to Nick.